football matchup here Friday night lights. We got the John Glenn Falcons playing the Bremen football team, and it's going to be a good one. Got a couple of different storylines. One of the most biggest being that Justin Bogunyan, now the head coach at Bremen, used to be the head coach of John Glenn, so he's going against his former squad tonight. So it'll be interesting to see how his old school
Please help us keep our new track in great shape by remaining up,
and how that will play into the matchup tonight. You know, we got a couple key components with Bremen starting the season 0-2, but then they got momentum. Now they have now they are 3-2 this year, gaining momentum and getting their offense back on track. This is a conference game, so it's very important. John Glenn, meanwhile, has had a 2-3 start to the season, so very important game here that we have tonight, folks. And I'll be interested to see how both of these offenses look. One relying on the run game more heavily, and the other, more spread out. So we will see how those two conflict and how these opposing defenses will attack that matchup tonight. Now, John, execution. You got to contain Bremen's run game. They love the football, like I said. So it'll be interesting to see how they formulate a plan to stop them. Their leading rusher, actually, Braden Parrish, averaging 107 yards per game. So it'd be huge to get him contained or stop him if they can. But got a fun one tonight, though, folks. So make sure you stay tuned for the John Glenn Falcons going against Bremen High School.
At Friedman and Associates, we've been providing strong ethical advocacy for our clients for 40 years. Our practice focuses on employment law, standing up for employees who have been the victims of unfair firings or discrimination in the workplace. But we also provide legal assistance on family law, criminal defense, traffic, and DUI matters, and we'll help you get old charges expunged so your record is clean. Check out the ways we can help at laportelegal.com. Friedman and Associates, standing up for you.
And welcome back, folks. As like I said, we got a great matchup tonight here on Breaking Corner Sports Network. The 2-3 John Glenn Falcons against the Bremen Lions, who are 3-2, as we are in week 6 of the 2025 football season here. Kickoff just a little over 30 minutes away. And something to note here, folks, both teams here have defeated Gemtown and Boone Grove this season, so they are the only two common opponents they face so far. Like I said, this game is a very huge matchup conference-wise within the newly formed Indiana Northern State Conference, so it's going to be very critical for both of these teams to get a win here moving forward for the season. And I'm also joined here by my broadcast partner, Dustin Carrasco. Dusty, thank you for making time for us tonight as we have a great football matchup here.
Yeah, Jaydon, should be a good one here tonight. I mean, just really top-tier teams here. You know, of course, the Lions 3-2 and the Falcons being 2-3 on this. And it should be a good matchup here tonight.
Yeah, definitely. You know, and like I said, the John Glenn's head coach or his former coach, Bagun, the coach, and so he's going against his old school. And I mean, you have to think that he knows some ins and outs of their offense, defense. So, you know, that's definitely got to play a factor into how he's going to attack them tonight. I'm interested to see what adjustments will be made by John Glenn, knowing that their former coach is on the other sideline.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a little bit intense. Some would say, having the situation that this game is in. So yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be kind of a revenge game. I think going against your former team is always something that it's just like a little chip on your shoulder. So it's if they're able to get the win here tonight, I think it'll be that much sweeter.
Yep, absolutely, man. It is. You have to think also the players, his former players, will be motivated to go out there against their coach and prove, hey, like you should have stayed here and coached us, right? And so you got to think they'll be fired up, man, to get out there and go attack him again in Bremen. So I'm really looking forward to see how both of these squads come out tonight, fired up. Friday Night Lights, man. Does it get any better than this?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, just the atmosphere here in on this field. I mean, it's just going to be lights out here tonight. It should be a really good matchup.
Indeed, it will be. It's got the cheer squad and the band on the field awaiting their cues. But yeah, nice night here in Indiana and sun close to setting as we are getting ready to kick off soon, like I said, in about 30 minutes, folks. So thank you for tuning in to Reagan Corner Sports Network. Again, Jaydon Gay here and with Dusty Carrasco, your broadcast team, ready to lead you into a fun night of Friday night football. So and got the teams coming out on the field now, getting ready to warm up here and almost kick off. So as Dusty noted, revenge game tonight. Can Justin Begunia get the win against his old squad, the Falcons, as his home Lions take the field, running out there as they look to improve to 4-2 in the season, but the Falcons looking to put a stop to that. Who will get the edge here tonight? We will find out.
Let's take
Marching band under the direction of Amelia Watson and Matthew Sutton. Tonight's fireworks during
Welcome in here as Dusty Carrasco as the play-by-play and Jaydon as the color commentator. Your producer tonight, Josh Reagan, as we go into it. There, boys, and Dusty, take over.
Yeah, Josh. I mean, it's going to be a really good game here tonight. I mean, John Glenn and Bremen. I feel like it's always a good game when these two teams collide. I mean, especially as Jaydon pointed out, I mean, an old coach is it's always a crazy game, when there's a old coach on the other side on their sideline. So I mean, yeah, it's gonna be just a really good game tonight overall, and yeah, just a little bit of spice to it, considering that it's a former coach for the other team.
Yeah, Dusty. I mean, this is exciting, right? It's always these types of games can go either way because you got the coach of the former team going against like I say, his old team, and then he knows their team in and out. He knows the players. He knows the play calls, the coaching staff, right? So you'd think they'd have changed some stuff around. I would hope so for their sake, as they get ready to kick off against the Bremen Lions here tonight. So can the Falcons find a way to combat that and get the dub here? We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I think both teams off to a decent start to both their seasons. Both the Lions and the Falcons. I do think that one thing that it is on the Lions turf. So I mean, I think that might be a factor here tonight. As a home field advantage, it can be major in some games, Jaden.
Home side, everybody's waiting for so it's going to be a good atmosphere here tonight as we got some good football action coming up, man. I'm interested to see, can that home field advantage help the Lions get a win here, or will the Falcons come in and say, hey, you know what, doesn't matter if you're at home because we're going to come in here and play our and get the win against our old coach.
Yeah, so I mean, should be a really good matchup here tonight as we get set for kickoff between the Lions and the Falcons. As a beautiful day here in Bremen. Indiana as we get set for kick. And here we go. The kick is off, and looks like it's going to be tackled around midfield. Yeah, it should be the first drive here for the Falcons. Real quick there, Jaydon. How's it looking on your end? Is the picture pretty good?
Yes, a little blurry, but I feel clear up here as the game goes on. But yeah, kickoff, return to the midfield, and the Falcons offense.
Folks at home, but we we're gonna work with what we got here as Falcons and Lions going at it here tonight. It looks like it's gonna be a run, I believe, up the middle. For a good amount of yard there, Jaydon. Good amount of yardage.
Yeah, at first play off the bat, we got a run play, right? So clearly John Glenn wants to establish the run game here, and they want to be physical, attack this Bremen defensive line. I think that's going to be key for them. Create a balanced offensive attack, especially playing on the road. That way, when you start the pass, Bremen is not just completely crashing the whole house on you.
Yeah, I think always a good mix between run and pass plays, usually does the trick, as this is going to be a handoff, and it's going to be a throw downfield. And just like that, the Falcons strike first as a bomb there for John Glenn, and they strike first, Jaydon.
And that was an amazing play call, and I was just talking about this earlier, like Bremen's head coach knows this Falcons offense. So you know what? They decide to go, hey, let's go trick play here, and it works. They get the touchdown, extra point pending. Falcons up 6-0.
Yeah, Jaydon. What a bomb from Miles Green, as the sophomore just airing it up there for his wide receiver, and just like that, 6-0 with the extra point pending, and looks like that's going to be good. So a 7-0 start here for the Falcons. I mean, talk about fireworks there, Jaydon.
Yeah, right. If you're the road team, it's always tough playing at the opposing team stadium. So what do you do to quiet the crowd and get your offense going? You start with a run play, and then you hit them over the middle of the field with a pass like that, and it's into the end zone, touchdown. Couldn't ask for a better start to me.
Yeah, and real quick, we'll go down to the field to Josh Reagan, to see maybe if he was able to catch the wide receiver that was able to get that touchdown.
Benwell, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, but either way, just a really good way here to start off for the Falcons as we get set for the kickoff. To kick it back to the Lions. But yeah, I mean, just how about that route by the wide receiver there, Jaydon?
Yeah, it was a nice route, and basically what he ran was basically a post route, and he just got downfield, got behind the secondary, and pulled it in. It was a great catch too, not bad coverage, but still not good enough that he was able to haul it in there and completely caught that Lions defense off guard. Now the question is, can their offense answer that touchdown? Can Coach Begunia's team take it down the field and score themselves?
Yeah, I think Bremen is gonna have to answer that bell as just a 7-0 start here for the Falcons as the Lions take the field for the first time here tonight and try to maybe even up this scoreline. As it's going to be a run there up the middle, but it's going to be stuffed up immediately. And that's going to be a gain for nearly nothing, Jaydon.
Yeah, they tried to run up the middle there, almost a replica of what John Glenn did for their first offensive play, but it just didn't work as well for Bremen. So it'd be 2nd down and 9, just a yard there.
Yeah, so it's going to be another run here to the left side. He's going to gain about a couple there.
45.
So that's going to bring up a third.
Gain of a couple brings up 3rd down.
It's a team, they like football, so you're going to see a run game tonight for this here at home, and I would like to see throw the football a little bit more. If the run game doesn't start to work, then that could hurt the passing game. We'll see how they answer this third down.
Yeah, big 3rd down here is going to be another run, and that one's going to be stuffed up, maybe getting a yard out of that, but it's going to be stopped immediately. I mean, 3 straight runs, Jaydon.
Yeah, as I mentioned, this team loves to run the football, so you're going to see them do that a lot here tonight, and it doesn't gain them any positive yardage much there, and so that'll force the punt. John Glenn gets a defensive stop.
Yeah, the John Glenn defense able to bow up here in the first possession, and they're able to get the stop as, a punt is coming as, and this one's going to be kicked away as it's going to be muffed, and it's picked up there by Bremen. The Lions getting a second chance here as the punt is muffed.
What a fantastic play there on special teams, and not a good play there by John Glenn. You cannot do that there because that will only cause trouble as Bremen takes over in Falcons territory there, Dusty.
Yeah, I mean, just a huge play here in Bremen as able to recover that muff punt. I mean, you had a 3 and out there, and it's immediately just overcome by the Lions with a recovered muff punt.
Yeah, now they get a second chance here on offense, and I would like to see them implement something different here besides running the football off the middle. I think John Glenn is honed into that, so you're going to have to try something different here if you're the Lions offense. But
yeah, I mean, I don't think, the run is going to work here. They could, try it out once again, but let's just see if they do. And they will start this drive with another run, and it'll get about a couple. So 4 straight runs here for the Lions as we have a second and long here as the Lions try to even up this score line, and it's going to be stopped once again, maybe getting out a yard or Jaydon?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, about a yard or two. And this team is going to run it down your throat. That's what they want to do. They want it to be physical. They want football. Passing touchdown on the season, so they obviously love the ground game, but so far not working tonight.
Yeah, so it's going to be 3rd and long here in Falcons territory as the Lions try to cook something up here. It's going to be another run, and that's going to be to the right side, so that one he's able to get away, and he's able to get in for 6.
Camper off the right side.
Yeah, and that was a great play there. And hey, you know what? Keep trying until it eventually works, right? And 3rd, 4th time's a charm, maybe 5th or 6th for Bremen tonight, but they get in.
Yeah, if it doesn't work the first time, just try it again, right? I mean, kind kind of crazy to see an offense just run the ball, but I mean, if you want to see some running, you can see that with this Bremen offense, and it was able to work out that time. That is going to be good.
Rodriguez is good.
So we're
Bremen
gonna have an
7,
even
Josh
score
White
line
starting.
here in the early going as this ball game's tied up 7-7.
Yeah, we knew it'd be a
Tonight's
exciting
game is
matchup
being
tonight.
broadcast
You
by
know, you mentioned the
Reagan Corner
storylines heading into
Sports
the game,
Network.
and
They
both
are
of these
also on
schools looking
Facebook
to
and
add to their win column here, having a
RCSPN
decent start to the season. So I
YouTube.
expect a great game out of
We
these
welcome you to
ball
Bremen High
clubs
School.
tonight,
Thank you for
Dustin.
promoting our student athletes.
Yeah, I mean it's looking like it's going to be a high scoring game here in Bremen as already a 7-7 start. I mean, the Falcons defense was able to withstand that running attack there in the first drive, but mistakes were made. On the punt return, causing the Bremen Lions, to have a second chance there, Jaydon. And yeah, they were just they were just able to capitalize on that mental mistake.
Yeah, they definitely were. And special teams is just as important as offensive defense. You know, to win football games, all three phases have to work in accordance with each other. And you can't have plays like that on special teams. You got to catch the punt. You can't drop them because that will lead to opportunities in your territory for the other team.
Yeah, the kickoff to the Falcons. And this one will be returned from the right side. So he'll cut it left and immediately met on the left side. So coming out to about I
Number
would
7,
say,
White on the return
the
for the Falcons.
20-yard line. And that is where the Falcons will start their second drive.
Yes, indeed. And we will get to see Archer Russ take the field for the Falcons offense and got to see him earlier this year. And he's a guy that is going to take a lot of load here, likes to run the football. So we'll see if they implement quarterback run here for him. But can they answer?
Yeah, Archer Russ is going to keep the ball as you said, Jaydon, and he's able to pick up a good amount of yardage.
Yeah, and I mean, this is what they like to do with him. They like to run the football with him. He's a quarterback that's mobile, and when you have a guy like that back there, it's a secret weapon. And teams know it sometimes. Sometimes they don't, but either way, they're going to keep running it with him tonight. So just keep an eye on that, folks. Archer Russ could be very important for this Falcons offense.
Yeah, so correction there on that first touchdown. Credit goes to Archer Rust as I mean, of course, that was, as we go back, that was a bomb by Rust, as this one is a pass to the left side, wide open screen going down the sideline, finally tackled here around the 35, but a pickup of about 60 there, Jaydon.
Yeah, that was a nice play, and it's a screen and great blocking there on the perimeter by the Falcons wide receivers, offensive line doing their job, and you get a good play like that to spring you to, like you said, around the 35-yard line. So good start here for this second possession for this John Glenn offense.
Yeah, I mean, that one for, about 50, 60 as a good pickup here for the Falcons. Looks to pass this one to the left side. Couldn't quite see the down, but that one's going to be incomplete as that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. But, yeah, I mean, you go back to that screen pass. What a pickup there for the Falcons to start off this drive, Jaydon.
Yeah, it was a huge pickup, and you get your team here to a good part of the field. Now, 2nd and 10, you got to pick up this yardage here if you're Archer Russ and the Falcons offense.
Yeah, so this is going to be a run there to the left side and able to move the pile all the way to the chains. And that is going to be 1 yard shy of a first down, maybe 2 yards, 2 yards shy of the first down, it looks like. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, and that was a great run there up the middle by the Falcons and able to get some of that yardage back. And now you're in a short yardage situation.
Yeah, so it's going to be a run up the looks like he got it as a little bit of a counter play there to the right side, and I believe he's going to have the first down.
Appears to be so, as the Falcons will keep moving the chains. So both of these offenses able to move the football tonight.
Yeah, so fresh set of downs here for the Falcons, and it's going to be QB keeper as he'll take it to the left side and nearly enough for a first down once again. It was right there at first down yardage. And, yeah, I mean, looks like they're going to move the chains, so that's going to be another first down here for the Falcons, Jaydon.
Yeah, what do we keep saying? Archer Russ, right? This guy, listen, if you are not careful, he will take over a football game. So if you're the Bremen defense, you got to keep an eye on him at all times. Try to contain him when they do those quarterback runs because they will do it and he will take off.
Yeah, as this is going to be a run there to the right side as able to hand that one off and get, maybe, let's say like maybe 4 or 5 yards it looked like. But pretty good pickup once again for the Falcons.
Yep, just gaining chunks of yardage, down the field. I mean, that's what you want to see. If you're John Glenn and the coaching staff, you want to see your offense gain positive yards. Stay ahead of the chains. You don't want to ever fall behind the chains.
Yeah, so that's going to bring up a 2nd and long here for John Glenn. It's going to be a pass to the right side. Not really sure if he caught that one. Were you able to see that, Jaydon?
Looks like I can't really tell. It looks like he may have not brought that one in.
Maybe we go to Josh real quick to
incomplete pass
see
there.
if he was able to bring that one in on the right side.
Incomplete pass there.
Yeah, so a good pass here for the Falcons, able to complete that one. So it looks like about a 3rd and long here in Lions territory as the Falcons try to continue this drive. And it's going to be a drawback to the left side. It looks like he gets sacked. Maybe he was able to get it away. But either way, that's going to be a 4th down here for the Falcons. And, I mean, Jaydon, you kick the field goal, you go for this on 4th. What's the game plan?
Well, I mean, you got your offense out in the field, keeping their offense out there. It looks like they're for, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
I mean,
if you have a kicker, kick the bar, I would say go for the field goal, but they're going for it on 4th down. It's gonna be a drawback to the left side, and was not able to see if they were able to complete that one. As maybe Josh can update us real quick.
Timeout,
as
Glenn.
Oh, as we have a timeout. Was that right before the play, Josh?
Yes.
Before the snap, timeout.
Okay.
John
All right.
Glenn.
So, Jaydon, it kind of looked like that was incomplete. So, I think they're going to have another chance here. That's a pretty late call there for the timeout.
Yeah, and it looks like John Glenn's coaching staff didn't like what they saw, so they called that timeout right before that was counted. So we'll see what they come up with coming out of this break. But I'd like to see. Should have go for the field goal here. If it's me, I don't think going for it right here this early in the game may be the best idea. But
Yeah, Jaden, and you know how they ice the kicker, but the kicker gets the rep, with the field goal. This is kind of the same situation. I think that kind of looked like it was incomplete, but instead of being incomplete, they're gonna get another chance here, and we're gonna see another fourth down. So draw back as looking for somebody downfield, and he has a wide
oh my
open wide
gosh,
receiver in the end zone, and that one's going to be caught
Archer Russ.
for the
Pass
second
complete.
touchdown
Number 19,
here for the
Austin Bringer
Falcons.
for the John Glenn Store.
yeah, that was a great play there and a great throw by Archer Russ, and having him elude through the pocket and able to find his open receiver down the field in the end zone. Great play there.
Yeah, I mean, just well thought of play. I mean, fourth down, you try to bring out the best play you have, and that looked like it might have been the best play they had because it was able to get a receiver wide open in the end zone as we have the extra
Landon
point
Ritchie's PAT is
up
good.
and
John
good.
Glenn 14.
So we have
7.
a 14-7 ball game
Let's
here
give a big
in
cheer
Bremen.
to one of our newest Lion Legacy sponsors, Woodruff
Yep, and
Footwear.
Austin Prager, great job by him, the senior wide receiver. You always want to, if you see your quarterback scrambling, you got to move him around. You got to evade your coverage so you can show him that you're open downfield. It was a great job by him to do that as Falcons were able to get the touchdown there.
Yeah, Josh. So it's Falcons 14, Lions 7. But I mean, you kind of look at these records, Jaden, and the Lions having a better record here. Some would assume, especially because they're on their home field, that they'd be the one leading here.
Yeah, most people would think that, but the Falcons have come in here and say, you know what, you may be on your own field, but we're going to come out here and we're going to punch you in the mouth. We're going to be physical, and we're going to attack you with our ground game and our passing game. And Archer Russ has been able to do that so far, and defensively they've been able to, do good in the most part. So we'll see how they handle this next series. But great job going up on the road and up a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, road games are always tough, especially in an environment where the crowd is really into it, and looks like a pretty good sized crowd here tonight. But it's going to be the Falcons leading the Lions 14-7 as we have an onside kick maybe or a pooch kick. Either way, I believe it's recovered here by the Lions, and they're going to have the ball at around the 40.
Yeah, that's an interesting call. You don't really see a pooch kick there in the first quarter, but the Falcons tried to do something here new and didn't work for them. So now their defense will have a short field to work against. But interesting call.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of looked like it was sort of like a pooch kick. I wouldn't necessarily say a onside kick, but either way, it's going to be Bremen taking it at about the 40. We'll say the 38, as it's going to be a fumble on the run. And the Falcons are saying it's our ball, and it's going to be Falcons' ball as a huge fumble, a huge mistake, and it's Falcons' ball once again.
Yeah, and that was a great play there by the Falcons defense to recover the football. And now you're up 14-7. You got the ball past midfield. So prime territory here for this offense and Archer Russ to go down the field and try to score a touchdown.
Yeah, Archer Russ on the field once more as on both of the Falcons' drives, able to capitalize. But looks like we're going to have a stoppage of play here as the officials get together. It looks like it's going to be a timeout here. Not sure by which team, but we're going to have a timeout here, Jaden. And, I mean, just a huge fumble here as, the Lions, I mean, it kind of looked like the way this game is going, like they kind of needed that possession, and they just give it away.
Yeah, and that's not what you want to do. You know, you're at home and you needed that possession, as you mentioned, Dusty, but you give the football right back to the team that's up on you. Now they're gaining momentum, right? They're feeling themselves a little bit. You know, you got their old coach on the other sideline, as we mentioned multiple times here. So they're fine, man. Still early, but, you know, not looking right now for Bremen at home.
Yeah, you know, I think this crowd is a little bit stunned after that fumble, considering the Falcons are already up 14-7, and yeah, I mean, you know, they're looking for more here as they start this drive. It's going to be a pass there up the middle, able to hit his big tight end for about 15, 20 yards, and what a start to this drive, Jaydon.
Yeah, you know, it was a great pass there by Russ and Isaiah Martin there, the big tight end on the catch, and gains positive yardage there. Falcons moving on down the field. I mean, this Bremen defense looks they can't answer right now, so need a stop.
Yes, we'll have a fresh set of downs here for the Falcons. It's going to be a run up the middle, and that's going to go for about
Number 2, Brayton
7,
Benwell
you know,
on the
6,
carry.
7 yards, and that's going to bring up second and short.
Ball spotted just outside
Yeah,
the
you know,
20
nice
line.
run through the
Second
middle
down.
there. You get a pass that gets you your first down in the previous play, and then you go with a run, so 6 or 7 yards. So nice offensive balance here by the Falcons as they are marching closer and closer to the end zone, Dusty.
Yes, we'll say second and 3 as another run here up the middle, but that's going to be stopped immediately as going to gain maybe about a yard, and
Benwell again on
that's
the
going to
carry.
bring up a
Stop by
third and
53, Luis
short
Garcia. No
here.
gain. It's third down.
But yeah, Jada, I mean, you know, you talk about the head coach, you know, on Bremen's side, you know, facing his former team. I mean, I guarantee he did not like that fumble as the third is short here, and that's going to be a keeper, and it kind of looks like it was stuffed up immediately, but it's
3,400 cannon on the
I
pressure.
mean, maybe call it a sack
Johnny
there.
Glenn recovers.
I
It's fourth
can't
down.
quite see it too well. But yeah, it's going to bring up a fourth down here as, yeah, it kind of looked like a sack there,
Yeah, it
Jaden.
looked like a sack, and I think Archer Russ was looking downfield, and nothing was open that he liked. So, and the pressure by Bremen got home, and he had to take the sack there. So fourth down, they're going for it. See if they can pick it up.
Yeah, you know, not a surprise here, Jaden, as QB would drop back, Rust rolling out to the left side, trying to find anybody open. He's going to take off.
Archer Russ on the carry.
Kind of looks like he got the first down.
I mean, this guy.
There's a flag on the play.
He just loves the football, but the penalty.
Yeah. So it's going to be a penalty, but yeah, it looks like he is able to
procedure against Johnny Glenn.
Going to be on the offense. Most likely a hold there, Jaden, and that is huge. As I mean, it's a fourth down, and this fourth down just got much harder.
So yeah, fourth and long, 5-yard penalty. They're going for it. I mean, it's going to be much difficult to pick this one up here. See if they can do it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's you get the first down, you know, you get a penalty, shoot yourself in the foot as we have a pass here to the right side as looks like that might be enough for first down yardage. I mean, you know, if they're able to get that first down, Jaden, I mean, just insane as they're moving the chains, and on fourth and long, they're able to convert the fourth down once again.
I mean, that was just a great job there by Archer Russ, and he got the pressure come in his face and delivered the ball down to the sideline, and receiver made a play, and they got the first down. I mean, heck, it's hard to pass on fourth down on Madden, so the fact that he's able to do that there was impressive.
Yeah, so it's going to be a run there to the left side and going to be met by a couple defenders, but able to break some tackles, finally brought down near the first down marker.
Yeah, nice play there by the Falcons. And this Bremen defense, looking a little bit tired here. Been on the field a lot this first quarter, so got to dig deep here if you're Bremen and figure out how to get a stop. Or at least hold them to 3. Well, they may not kick it, so I don't know. Get a turnover on downs probably.
Yeah, so, I mean, really good pickup there on the run there on first down as we have a second down coming up. And it's going to be, I think, a run there up the middle once again. Looks to be stopped up. So, I mean, let's say, maybe gained a couple, and that's going to bring up, I believe, a third and short, Jaydon.
Yeah, let's be at 3rd and short, and Falcons will. So we'll have another timeout.
Yeah, I mean, maybe timeout, maybe the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, end of the first quarter.
Yeah, it's gonna be the end of the first quarter here in Bremen. So the Falcons lead the Lions 14-7 as the Falcons are on the move. So we will be right back after these messages.
Hey, have you heard about M. Davis Excavation? They're a family-owned business specializing in excavation services for small commercial projects.
Oh yeah, I've heard great things about them. Aren't they a father-son operation based in Valparaiso, Indiana?
That's right. They've been around for over 25 years, founded by Mark Davis. What I like is their personal touch and commitment to quality work.
Absolutely. I've heard they handle everything from site prep to grading and utility installs, and they're known for their reliability and clear communications.
Exactly. They treat every project like it's their own, which really sets them apart. Plus, their hands-on approach allows for more flexibility than larger companies.
That's impressive. If anyone needs their services, they can reach M. Davis Excavation at 219-406-9924. It's great to have such a trustworthy local business serving Northwest Indiana.
Yeah, so it looks like we're back, and it's going to be a run up the middle once again as a 3rd and short is stuffed up. I mean, it's 4th down, Jaydon. I mean, do you expect them to really go for the field goal here?
Yeah, no, I think they're going to go for this 4th down. I don't believe that kicker is probably going to see much action tonight. And we'll see what the Falcons have drawn up here to.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the 3rd down, but let's see.
Actually, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, so it says 2nd and 5 here. So maybe that's from the previous drive. But 2nd and 5, run up the middle, and it's going to be stuffed up immediately. So that's going to bring up, let's say a 3rd and 4. About a 3rd and 4 here for the Falcons. What type of play on 3rd and 4, Jaydon?
Well, you're close to the end zone. It's 3rd and 4. You could go pass. I mean, they know you're going to run it. You ran it the last couple of times. So maybe we see a QB design run here with Archer Russ. He has the legs to do it. So it'll be interesting to see what, as the receivers are out wide and 3 out wide and 1 tailback here. So.
Yeah, so it's going to be, I mean, exactly. You said it there, Jaydon, as a run there to the right for Archer Russ, able to pitch it to maybe the tailback there. But, I mean, it's going to be stopped immediately. I think maybe gets a couple. Our down in yards shows 1st and 10, but I think it's going to be third down, Jaydon.
Yeah, and it looks like we had a penalty there. Well, I saw a flag on the field, so we'll see what the call was. But
yeah, so I mean, they're in the middle. There's a piece of laundry, yellow laundry. So definitely a penalty here on this play. Yeah, so the officials discussing here is, I mean, this is gonna
definitely, definitely for Falcons much more than what were in that play didn't gain much yardage. So this would be a huge penalty if it's on John Glenn, and it is.
Holding against John Glenn on the play.
yeah,
The
I
result of the
mean,
play would be a
I
turnover
think
recovered by Bremen. First and
you have
10
about
Lions.
a third and maybe 5 there. You get the penalty, and now that moves you back, and I believe it's still gonna be third down if I'm not mistaken. And I mean, yeah, Jaydon, that's
Dusty.
I believe
Fumble.
third or fourth. Yeah,
Fumble,
so
Arch.
I guess it was a fumble there on the play. Yeah, I mean, it was just not able to see that one there to the right side. But yeah, as our producer Josh Reagan said, I guess it was a fumble there, and along with the penalty, Jaydon.
Yeah, so this will back up Bremen here as they now have the football. So you get the turnover. So now can your offense build off of that and try to, match this score up here?
Yeah, so I mean, it's going to be a fumble. Yeah, recovered there by Bremen. So a huge turn of events here for the Lions as they get another opportunity. It's going to be a run up, and it looks like going to pick up a good amount of yardage on first down.
Yep, nice run up the middle there by Bremen. And as we keep mentioning, this team is going to keep running the football all night long until you are able to stop it. So I expect to see a continued dosage of that here tonight, Dusty.
Yeah, so our down yardage shows first down. So fresh set of downs here for the Lions, and that's going to be another run up the middle. I mean, did you expect anything else, Jaydon?
I really did. I mean, when you've only thrown one touchdown pass the whole season, I don't expect to see much other than running the football here for this team. And coach really wants to establish the run here tonight against his old Falcons.
Yeah, it really seems like the Lions really want to pound this ball, up the middle as they continue to do that. It's another run there to the right side, and that's going to be also for a couple. I think it's going to be maybe a third and short, Jaydon.
Yep, third and short there. I mean, I would like to see him and the pass at some point. You can't run it all night long, but if they can, then hats off to them. But we'll see anything else here in the plan.
Is this going to be a run up the middle once again? I mean, but that one's going to be broken loose, so bouncing off a couple defenders and able to get it there to the right side. So that's going to be a fresh set of downs here for the Lions. And a huge run there, Jaydon.
Yep. Great play there by Logan Moser, the junior. I mean, that's 5'11" and almost 200 pounds coming at you full speed downhill. So that Falcons defense, not really liking that part, but gets a great game there and moves the chains for the Lions.
Yeah, so I mean, you just go back to the run, and if it works, it works. As this one's going to be a pass, a surprising pass as a fake handoff and the pass is going to go to the left side. Was not sure if they were going to bring that one in, but by the looks of it, looks like it's going to be incomplete, Jaydon, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's going to be an incomplete pass, but I like the idea, hey, we're going to run it so much. Now they're going to think we're going to run it this time. Then we throw it, but not able to haul it in there for the Lions. So 2nd and 10.
Yeah, 2nd and 10. It's going to be a run. So they go back to their bread and butter, and this one's going to be taken off to the right side, still going, dragging a couple defenders all the way to the red zone of Falcons territory.
Yeah, I mean, that was just an amazing play. I mean, it looked like that was Logan Moser again on the carry. I mean, this guy's a tank and just carrying all these Falcons with him. Now Bremen is set up in close to the red zone.
Yeah, I mean, just hand the ball off to Logan Moser, and he will do things like that. As first down here in the red zone, and that's going to be a gain of maybe about 6 or. I mean, yeah, I think we know the game plan here, Jaydon.
Understand it on the run.
Yeah, just ground and pound.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, so it brings up a 2nd and 4. And this one's going to be dropped. The snap dropped, and who's going to come out with it? It looks like the Falcons have recovered, and they have. So the Falcons get the ball right back. I mean, the Falcons fumble on the other side, Jaydon, and the Lions just give it right back.
Yeah, that's a drive killer. I mean, for the Lions, you're moving the football down the field, run the football, same head of change, and then you turn over there. It's not what you want to see if you're Coach Begunia against your former team there. But now the Falcons have the ball, so we'll see what they can do with it.
Dr. Edith Cullen.
Yeah, so I mean, that's
going
to be on the snap there. So I mean, just a critical mistake. Not sure by the hiker or by the QB, but either way, the Falcons have it. A fresh set of downs, and that's going to be a pickup of about 5. So good pickup here on first downs, and to bring up a 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and just a simple jet sweep there. Getting your receivers involved in the running game. I like that idea here for John Glenn, and get you positive yardage. 6 yards.
Yeah, they're going to say pick up about 6. So I'll bring up a 2nd and 4 for the Falcons as they try to move the ball down the field. And that's going to be another run. But that one's going to be immediately in the backfield, and it looks like it's a loss of maybe 2, Jaydon.
Yeah. Bremen was on that play immediately. You tried to get something going there with your running back out the backfield, but could not escape. So it'll be a loss of yardage there in 3rd and medium.
Yeah, so say 3rd and about 6 here for the Falcons, coming off of the fumble, and it's going to be a QB keeper and trying to get up the to find some room, but not able to do it, Jaydon. So 4th and 6, and I mean, I think you have to punt here, Jaydon.
Oh, absolutely. There's no way you go for this in your own territory and make it smart move there to punt the ball, and quarterback run up the middle by Archer Russ. I would have liked to see them try to go outside with that. That's where he's had most success running the football is outside, and I don't know why they decided to run the middle, but 4th down for the Falcons, so they'll punt it away.
Yeah, Archer Russ just not able to find anything on that QB draw as we have the punt here. Get it off, and the returner not wanting any of it. I mean, Falcon player jumping on that ball, but I mean, just touched by nobody, so don't really need to jump on it like that. But that's going to bring up a fresh set of downs here for the Lions.
Now, if you're the Lions, you got the ball back. Here is where you have to answer. You have to drive down the field. No mistakes. Can't turn the football over. Snaps have got to be down. All these things are critical errors that you cannot have in games like this, especially when you're down and you're trying to match your opponent's touchdown. So we'll see how the Lions can answer this.
Back and forth with the scoring, but here as the Lions going to carry there to the right side as Moser is going to be met near almost immediately at the line, but going to pick up maybe 2, Jaydon.
Yeah, maybe 2. And Moser, there's a big tailback there, and they're going to feed him the football a lot tonight, and was able to break off a couple of huge runs on their last possession. So we'll see if they can replicate some of that success here on this drive.
Yeah, so 2nd and about 8 here for the Lions. And, I mean, it's not going to be a run, but it's going to be a QB run there to the left side as able to take off and gets a good amount of yardage there, Jaydon.
Yeah, great play design there by the Bremen offense, and get your quarterback out in the run game. And I believe they got the first down, if I'm not mistaken there, Dusty. So,
yeah, so not a run by Moser, but the QB able to get the run there to the left side, and yeah, I mean it kind of looks like he's able to get that first down. So fresh set of downs here once again for the Lions. I mean, a 14-7 ball game as we're going to have something here, Jaydon, as maybe there's a penalty.
Yeah, seems to be some sort of stoppage of play, but refs winding the arm, so it looks like they're going to let the play continue.
Yeah, so either way, we're going to have a run there up the middle for the Lions. And he's going to be able to pick up a good amount of yardage. But, yeah, I think, maybe there's a penalty, but it kind of looked like they moved back a little bit. Not really sure. But that's going to bring up, I think, maybe a 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and Bremen is a team that they're going to use this run game to their advantage all night long if you let them. So we'll see if this Falcons defense can get a stop here and force them to get the ball back to them in their offense. And it seems like we have a timeout here on the field.
Yeah, so a timeout here on the field. So a 14-7 ball game. The Lions trying to march down the field and tie this ball game up as we will.
At Friedman and Associates, we've been providing strong ethical advocacy for our clients for 40 years. Our practice focuses on employment law, standing up for employees who have been the victims of unfair firings or discrimination in the workplace. But we also provide legal assistance on family law, criminal defense, traffic, and DUI matters, and we'll help you get old charges expunged so your record is clean. Check out the ways we can help at laportelegal.com. Friedman and Associates, standing up for you.
Yeah, as we're back from the timeout. So it's going to be a pass, looking for someone down the field, not quite able to find somebody, would avoid a couple defenders, and defender's going to say incomplete, but Looks like, yeah, maybe he was able to bring that one in, Jaydon.
I believe that pass looks like it was incomplete. I think it was
Yeah,
incomplete.
yeah, it looks like it's gonna be incomplete, as not able to connect with his wide receiver, and
Falcons will get the ball back here on offense as electric punt return.
yeah, good punt return there for the Falcons, as Falcons try to pile onto this lead before halftime. I mean, just as you said, electric speed there for the Falcons, Jaydon, as they're able to get it to about midfield.
Yeah, we said earlier, right? Special teams is very important in the game of football, just as important as offense and defense. You can't have those lanes open up on your punt coverage if you're Bremen, and that allows the Falcons to have the position they have down here on the field. So, see how Archer Russ can attack here.
Yeah, so it looks like about 2 minutes here left in the first half, and Archer Russ will drop back. He'll air it down the field to the right side, and that one's going to be caught and it looks like it's going to be in. No, it's not going to be in bounds, as I mean, just a great catch there.
Incomplete.
Josh going to come in on this one. Yeah, it's incomplete there, Jaydon, as I mean, just a really good catch, but that one's going to be out of bounds.
Yeah, and that was a great play to haul it in, but unfortunately unable to keep the feet in. So going to be 3rd and 10 here for Archer Russ and the Falcons offense.
Yeah, so Russ will drop back. He's going to be immediately met in the backfield, as looks like the linebacker was able to shoot in there, Jaydon, and bring Russ down. So maybe another opportunity here for the Lions.
Yeah, I mean, great job there getting the pressure in the middle of the offensive line there by the Lions, and able to get Archer Russ down. He's a guy that's hard to get down on the ground, so it's like they're going to go for this here, Dusty.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that last play was 2nd down. So now it's going to be a 3rd down. It's going to be a 3rd and 24, as Archer Russ will drop back once again. It's going to be a screen pass to his running back, but it's going to be a tackle there about midfield. So now it's going to bring up a 4th down. Jaydon, I mean, do you expect him to punt this one away, or do you expect them to go for it?
Well, this Falcons, they, as we've seen tonight, have gone for it on 4th down a couple of times. So I expect nothing different here at this situation. And see, we got a timeout called by Bremen, but see how the Falcons will discuss their play call here. See what they're going to call on 4th down.
Yeah, so it's quick timeout. And so we will take this timeout with them.
Coming up at halftime, we'll have the band perform. We will also have Gold Out Kiss the Goat Night.
Back here, it looks like the Falcons are going to punt this one away, Dusty. So no 4th down attempt on offense. Or it's a fake.
Yeah, it's going to be a fake, Jaydon, as we launch downfield. And that one's going to be – looks like it's going to be brought in. And no, they're going to say incomplete.
Pass is ruled caught but out of bounds.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that was a great play design there. Coming out the timeout, make the punt, and you go downfield, but just couldn't bring it in there. So turnover on downs, and the Lions will survive.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's just I mean, it's a good thought. You might be able to convert on that 4th down, but I mean, just the long shot down the right sideline. I mean, a little bit questionable for the but the way it's ball and have up the pool, and looks like Moser's going to get about 2 or 3 yards.
Short gain brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're Bremen here, you got about a minute or so left before halftime. So I run this clock now. If I'm the Bremen offense, and just work your way down the field, not letting the Falcons offense see another chance.
Yeah, short gain's going to bring up about a 2nd and 8, and then we're going to have a stoppage of play.
Flag on the play.
It's going to be a flag there as the refs will discuss it. It's going to be a false start there on the offense. And, I mean, that's huge, Jaydon.
Yeah, I mean, when you get opportunities like this, turnover on downs, you get the ball back. These false starts. I always said this. Offensive line knows the snap count. Receivers know the snap count. Everybody knows the snap count. So there's no reason you should jump off sides. I was always told this when I played football, but either way.
Yeah, so that's going to bring up a 2nd and long as QB drops back and it's going to be sacked. So a penalty moves you back, and the sack will move them back further.
Yeah, Jack Wildauer just didn't like what he saw downfield and just had to eat that sack up. But that's what penalties will do to you. They'll force you out of your normal situations into those long yardage situations, hard to convert, and now you have to get the ball back.
Yeah, so not really sure what's happened there. Kind of looked like it was maybe they're trying to spike the ball, Jaydon.
Yeah, not exactly sure what transpired there, but 4th and 14, and it looks like this offense is going to go for it here, Dusty.
Yeah, 4th and 14, and the offense is staying out there. So it's going to be a drawback, trying to look for somebody. Finds a wide receiver there on the right side, but it's not going to be nearly enough, Jaydon. So that's going to be a turnover on downs. So, I mean, real quick, Josh, how much time is left here in the first half?
6.3 seconds.
Okay, so, yeah, I mean, about 6 seconds left, Jaydon. It's probably hell.
Well, I mean, you definitely could do that, but that's probably your only option here on offense if you're the Falcons, But you're at 14-7. I mean, I'd say probably just one or
yeah. But, and I mean, I don't think they're gonna kneel it here. I think it's gonna be the last play of the half as Archer Rush drops back, looks for somebody, heaves it to the right side, and looks like they're gonna call it a catch. Yeah, I think they're gonna get that one. Gonna catch that one inbounds, and that will end the first half. As I mean, both teams. I mean, is it? It's. I think it's the end of the first half, Jaydon. Right?
Yeah.
What's it called? Timeout.
That one, your first half.
Seemed to be.
Yeah. It's gonna be in the first. It kind of looked like they were maybe gonna line up there again, but that is the conclusion of the first half. So 14-7 Falcons. As both of these teams, Jaydon, they came out the gates running, but it's been a lot of defense there. In the latter half, first half.
Yeah, I mean, both teams play good defense in spots, and different situations, but ultimately the turnovers is what killing both of these teams here, Dusty. I mean, you got fumbles and penalties, all these critical errors forcing you into tough situations. And in football, you can't have those because it'll make it much harder. So I assume that in the
Believe
next
in
half we'll see
Shine
some
is a
adjustments.
nonprofit organization that organizes events and fundraisers local
Yeah,
to the
so
area to raise money for
Falcons
care
lead this one
packages and Christmas
14-7 as
adoptions of
we
families
enter
affected by childhood
halftime.
cancer,
So
as well as
we will
donations of
take a
Band-Aids,
break
gift cards,
and
and
we
treasure
will be
chest items
back with
for the Beacon Memorial Children's Oncology Department. They go gold in September for childhood cancer awareness. It's to ensure no child fights alone. Tonight's game is golden as we shine a light on childhood cancer. Bremen High School students and staff join forces with Believe in the Shine this week to raise money for families affected by childhood cancer by goating gold with donations to nominate a staff member that would have to kiss a goat tonight at halftime. We love the support and excitement with the kids and staff involvement for this special event. We are pleased and so thankful from the bottom of our golden hearts to announce that they raised $338. And the winner with $131 worth of donations is Officer West. Thank you for being willing to pucker up and kiss childhood cancer away. Thank you, Officer West. For those of you jealous of him, the Golden Goats will be by the Believe the Shine tent. If anyone would like to make a donation or also kiss the goat yourself. Again, thank you, Bremen and Bremen Public Schools, for going gold and joining the fight. More Bremen football parent committee and high school coaching and player sponsors, the silver sponsors, are Casey's Downtown Hardware, Forever Images by Melissa Waldron, Indiana Carton Company, Olive & Company, Todd Mosier Construction, and Topping Dental Group. Thank you for your continued support of Bremen football. And our bronze sponsors, Noah Trueblood, your local State Farm insurance agent, Bourbon Street Pizza, and Summit Manufacturing and Machining. Finally, we'd like to thank each of the businesses for your continued support of the Bremen Lions football team. La Paria Caliente for providing the taco bar for the team dinner, Wooden Peel, Delicious Pizza team dinner, Culligan's of Plymouth providing our team for bottled water for the away games, Woody's Supermarket for providing the team with ice for away games and the sack lunches. Also, Sweet G's Ice Cream for the proceeds from the ice cream sales tonight at the home game, and Roxy's Heavenly Scoop. Their proceeds will be donated next week at the October 3rd game. Every contribution helps our athletes succeed both on and off the field. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Emerald Alliance Bremen Marching Band to the field. Tonight, the Emerald Alliance will be performing their 2025 competitive marching band show, Call of the Vikings, featuring music from Alex Yoder, Styx, and the White Stripes. We know you're going to love what you're about to hear. Semi-finalists for 12 of the past 14 years, the 42-member marching band is led by directors Matthew Sutton and Amelia Watson. Color guard instructors include Sarah Wesselhoff and Anna Siefer. Our percussion instructor is Quentin Howard. The drum majors are Addison Wright and Sarah Saloff, and our guard captain is Maggie McLean. Drum major, is your band ready? You have the field for your halftime performance. Ladies and gentlemen, the Emerald Alliance Bremen Marching Band. Emerald Alliance would like to thank their platinum sponsors, Wagner and Wagner, for their generous donation, and the Bremen Partnership for Education for their donation.
At Friedman and Associates, we've been providing strong ethical advocacy for our clients for 40 years. Our practice focuses on employment law, standing up for employees who have been the victims of unfair firings or discrimination in the workplace. But we also provide legal assistance on family law, criminal defense, traffic, and DUI matters, and we'll help you get old charges expunged so your record is clean. Check out the ways we can help at laportelegal.com. Friedman and Associates, standing up for you.
For the Emerald Alliance Bremen Marching Band.
Welcome back here as we are starting our halftime here report before the second half starts. Guys, take it away.
Yeah, Jaydon. So, I mean, a good first half there. As I was saying, I think they came out the gates, but it just kind of seemed like the defense stepped up there as the first half went
Yeah,
on.
Dusty. I mean, both of these teams wanted to come out tonight and establish their offense and, get a momentum going. But really, it was the Falcons that kind of got the momentum early in the game against Bremen on their home field. Got a few turnovers and were able to take the field and score and opportunities. But could be a bigger lead than what they have now. But a few miscues have prevented that. So we'll see how they attack the second half. And for Bremen at home, you got to find a way to move the football down the field and limit those mistakes.
Yeah, I think first half overall, but yeah, there was a couple of fumbles at both sides, and I mean it's just turnovers in these type of games. They usually don't bid too well, but yeah, I mean just not able to capitalize on some of those fumbles.
Yeah, they weren't able to, and clearly these two teams played a little bit of a different style offensively. Bremen loves to run the football, and John Glenn, knowing that, tried to punch it out. Try to generate turnovers. They were able to do that a few times. So I think it's going to be key for both of these teams to limit those critical mistakes, keep your offense on the field, and stops. Can't allow fourth down conversions.
Again, 14-7 ball game as yeah, I mean just a lot of explosive plays there in that first half, Jaydon. Especially on that first drive, the Falcons, Archer Russ, just airing it out there on that first drive. And yeah, as we were, this game, it came out the game running.
It did. Archer Russ he's the guy for John Glenn, and he's the guy that their offense runs through. And whether it's running or throwing the football, he proved tonight that both are in the view. But he definitely is a threat to take off with his legs. I expect the Falcons to implement more of that in the second half, more of those QB design runs with Archer Russ until Bremen proves that they can stop it. But great first half, and I expect more. As we get closer to kick off the second half here shortly.
As we will start the second half here shortly, folks. Yeah, the first half between these two teams, a lot of spice throughout that entire first half. And I mean, I just don't think there was there was like some plays there in that first half that the former John Glenn coach did not like, Jaydon.
Yeah, Justin Magonia, being at John Glenn for 15 years and then leaving to coach at Bremen, and now he's here playing against his old team. And this is supposed to be that big rivalry game, right? And so far his team has made a lot of critical errors, a lot of mistakes, and that have cost him opportunities to score points and even take the lead here, unable to do so. So I expected that he will implement some changes and adjustments in the second half for his Lions.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of those plays are just, you just cannot have those critical mistakes. As some might say that this should be a 14-14 ball game, but the critical mistakes just did not allow that. So this remains a 14-7 ball game, and I think what's going to be huge here in that this second half is who's going to get the ball first.
And I believe the Falcons did receive the opening kickoff, so they will defer to the second half. So that means the Bremen Lions will take over on offense when we begin the second half. And I want to see them implement a few different things in their offense. I know the running game's working for them. Keep going to it, but see if you can sneak them some passes in there and just some different variations to catch that Falcons defense off guard. But can they go down the field and answer will be the question to start off the second half.
Yeah, so I mean, I think this is a best case scenario here for the Lions, to try and tie this scoreline up as again a 14-7 ball game here in Bremen. So yeah, I think I think a lot is going to go on this first drive. There, Jaydon.
Yeah, this first drive is critical for Bremen. This is a very important first drive. You have to stay ahead of the chains. You've got to move the football down the field. You can't have critical errors, no penalties, things like that. So you got to come out. You got to on the and get them to score. Otherwise, hand the ball back over to John Glenn. It can get ugly real fast.
Yeah, so as we approach the second half, it will be the Falcons kicking off here. So the Lions will receive the second half kickoff, and we are underway here in the second half. So the Lions, they'll bring it out, and that's going to be stopped there at about the 35. So a pretty good return here, Jaydon.
Yeah, nice return here to the 35-yard line for the Lions here. And again, what will we see out of them on this first offensive drive? Can they create consistent yardage and keep this Falcons defense off their toes? That's going to be key for them as they're trying to march down the field and match this score, man.
Yeah, so the Lions – we'll start off this first drive here in the second half, I believe, with the run. Again, to the folks at home, sorry for the inconvenience. That's a little bit blurry, but you can still see most of this game. But that's I think it's gonna be a short gain there, Jaydon, and I think it's gonna be about a 2nd and 8.
Yeah, short gain there, just simple run up the middle. What this Bremen offense has been basically doing all night, and this is a team that runs the football a lot more than probably any team in their conference, as looks like another run there. But, yeah, that's their bread and butter. So we'll see if they can continue that up here in the second half and if it'll put them on the scoreboard again.
Yeah, so another good pickup here to start off this drive. It looks like it's going to be about a 3rd and 6, I believe. And yeah, Jaydon, 2 straight runs here to start off this second half, as we have 3rd down here, and it's going to be yet another run. But this one, he's going to be able to break a tackle and keep moving. Finally met by one of the defenders and stopped at about the 45.
Yeah, now is a great play there, by the running back, and just able to break those tackles, looking like Bijan Robinson out there evading all those tacklers and gain that extra yardage. And getting them to a good 1st and 10 here.
Yeah, able to spin out of a tackle, try to break another. Finally met as this one's gonna be to the right side, as that one's gonna be stopped at the 40. So pick up a 5 will bring up a 2nd and 5, maybe a 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that outside zone more here on this drive, and instead of the middle running up the field, what they were doing earlier. So it seems like Bremen is trying to go a little bit more to the outside, to the edges.
Yeah, so it's going to be another run here to the left side, and that's going to be near 1st down yardage. So where the ref is standing, looks like it's going to be about a 3rd and 2, maybe a 3rd and 1. I thought I'll say a 3rd and 2. So yeah, Jane, I mean, it's most likely a run here, right?
Yeah, I mean, what else, right?
Yeah.
And there we go.
Yeah. So yeah. So another run here for the Lions, and it pans out as they're able to get the 1st down, keep the chains moving as they continue to drive into Falcons territory.
So we got an injured Lion there on the field. So hopefully he's all right. We'll take an injury timeout here as the Bremen training staff will tend to him.
Yeah, I mean, you hope the young man is all right, but we will take a timeout with him.
Hey, have you heard about M. Davis Excavation? They're a family-owned business specializing in excavation services for small commercial projects.
Oh yeah, I've heard great things about them. Aren't they a father-son operation based in Valparaiso, Indiana?
That's right. They've been around for over 25 years, founded by Mark Davis. What I like is their personal touch and commitment to quality work.
Absolutely. I've heard they handle everything from site prep to grading and utility installs, and they're known for their reliability and clear communications.
Exactly. They treat every project like it's their own, which really sets them apart. Plus, their hands-on approach allows for more flexibility than larger companies.
That's impressive. If anyone needs their services, they can reach M. Davis Excavation at 219-406-9924. It's great to have such a trustworthy local business serving Northwest Indiana.
As looks like we're back, and it's going to be a run once again, but whistles here. As flag on the play, Jaydon, and if that's a hold, that might be a huge call here for the Lions.
Yeah, and looks like this penalty is going to go.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of looked like he was pointing there towards the Falcons' side. So this actually might be huge there for the Lions.
Yes. Don't know the exact call there, but we'll go against the Falcons and more yardage for the Bremen Lions. So they catch a break, and
yeah, so it's going to be a run here up the middle, and that one's going to be stopped. So short gain here, and I believe that will bring up a 2nd and about 8 or 9. Oh, actually, with the penalty, might be maybe about a 2nd and 4, Jaydon.
Yeah, nice. Again, run up the middle here. Just this is what this offense likes to do. They love to run the football. They want to ground and pound, not throw it very often. This is just what their MO is.
Yeah, so another run up the middle. This one a little bit better, of gaining a couple more yards, and not really sure if it's a 1st down, but another good gain there, Jaydon.
Yeah, just churning away yards, man. Just eating up those chunks of yards and gaining those 1st downs, staying ahead of the chains, getting positive yardage. That's what you want to see if you're Coach Begunia and this Bremen coaching staff, just making sure that your offense is not falling back in negative situations.
Yeah, so once again, I mean, they've been doing it all game long. And yeah, I mean, if you can't stop the run, why not go to it as we have another run up the middle? I mean, you said it, looking like Bijan Robinson out here, and I mean, just getting the reps of Bijan Robinson, and for the most part, making this Falcons defense pay.
Yeah, this defense is tired, man. And when you're going to be against a team that loves to run the football, and you can't really know it, and it wears you down as a defense. You see some guys hands on their hips, looking a little bit tired, the gas. So see if the Lions can take advantage.
Yeah. So when they're up the middle, this one is going to be gain of a couple. Finally brought down, and this might be important here. So maybe Josh can give us some info real quick. If this is going to be a second or third down, and how many yards.
It's a 3rd and 3,
there,
guys.
But okay, we got a 3rd and 3 here. As quality not quite so well, but yeah, 3rd and 3, Jaydon, and it's going to be up the middle. Kind of look like a QB sneak. I'm not sure he got it.
Ball spotted at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, looks like it wasn't another run play, and
first down.
They got a first down. So Lions marching closer and closer.
Yeah, so game audio helping out there as a first down. I mean, it looks to be a QB sneak, and what a call at that, Jaydon.
Yeah, it was a good play call there, and you just got a short yardage situation, and you go with the QB sneak. It was an old reliable play, and it looks like, is that a fumble there? And it looks like the Falcons say they have it.
Yeah, so fumble on the play, and it looks like the Falcons were celebrating as, I think that's going to be Falcons ball. As, I mean, Jaydon, my goodness. Once again, the Lions, just, trucking it down the field and coughing the ball up once again.
Yeah, and again, the critical errors. You get into this part of the field, the red zone, and you're about to score, but you give the ball right back to the other team. You can't have these things like this. And now the Falcons can pretty much do what they like on offense right now.
Yeah, so Falcons will take over as a huge turn of events here in the early going in the third quarter, as that's going to be a run there to the left side, and I think he was able to gain a couple on that one. So second and long here to start off this drive.
Yeah, and if you're Archer Russ and the Falcons offense, I mean, you can take your time, and I'll just run the clock, eat the clock out. Just when your defense is playing really good, and
see, it's Archer Russ. Yeah, pass there to the right side, and I mean it kind of looked like it might have been sideways, but the ref's going to call it a forward pass, and that's going to be incomplete. So that will bring up a 3rd and 8. And I mean, with 5 minutes left in the third quarter, Jaydon, I don't think there's a third down that's bigger than this one.
No, this is a huge third down for John Glenn. You have to get this third down. You got to get this third down. Keep your offense on the field, especially after you just got a turnover from your defense. So you got to get this and convert it and sustain this drive.
Yeah, a big third down there for the Falcons as Archer Russ looks around but gets sacked in the backfield. So tries to make something out of nothing and pays for it as a sack there for the Lions, and that will bring up fourth down.
Yeah, Archer Russ looking to throw and didn't like what he saw, and just trying to use those legs that he has. They're very talented, but unable to get away there as Bremen was able to contain him inside the pocket and get the sack. So,
Yeah, a huge come up here for the Lions as they force the punt. And this one is not going to be fair caught as he's going to take off and he's going to come out to about the 15. So, I mean, Jaydon, he was there in the middle of the pack. That's a crazy ball, not a fair catch.
yes, it was. And seems like our returner here is down with the injury, it appears to be.
Yeah.
It looks like he's back up now.
Yeah, it kind of looked like, he was down there for a second. But yeah, I mean, it's like, in the NFL, you see that you're definitely getting blown up, and that is definitely going to be, a turnover there on the punt return because that's not something you quite see every day in that part of the field, with so many defenders around him.
Yeah, absolutely. And he took a risk and he caught that for ball and made a great play with a great return and set his offense up on a great position still. And
yeah, but it looks like there's stoppage of play here as, I mean, maybe a timeout, Jaydon, but yeah, I think not really sure. I mean, the refs are here huddled together, and yeah, I mean, maybe Josh can maybe update us. Not really sure what's going on here. Might have been a timeout, Jaydon.
It seems like we have some issues with the lights on the field as well, so I think they're trying to sort that out.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, I mean, it's probably the lights. I think something's happening with the lights here in Bremen. So
guys, I'm just messing with you on the broadcast side of things. Nothing, lights aren't.
Come on, Josh, can't do us like that, man.
Yeah, so Josh put a little bit of a prank there, on his end. Josh was at a time.
But all seriousness, there was an injury timeout there as we go.
Yeah, I mean, you were saying it, Jaydon. It kind of looked like the returner was down, and I think that's what the injury timeout was for.
Yeah, it looked to be that way, but got Bremen running the football here for a play and get some yards.
On the carry.
Yeah, so it's going to be a run to start off this drive after a really good punt return and able to get a short gain there.
Gain of 3, second down.
As that'll bring up a second down here for the Lions. And it looks like another run there to the right side for another short gain.
I mean, when it's all said and done, I mean, this Bremen offense might have like 500 yards of rushing by the end of this game, Dusty. I mean, they are really pounding the football here. More than the Philadelphia Eagles looks like right now.
Yeah, Jaydon. I mean, you see the tush push, and they keep going back to it, right? But yeah, I mean, it's just kind of the same situation. Say, hey, we're gonna keep doing this because this works for us, and they're gonna keep doing it as another run there to the right side.
Logan Mosier on the carry.
I believe it's gonna be third down, maybe fourth down. I don't know if you can see it on your end.
Not quite, but it seems like it's going to be
well spotted outside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, maybe Josh can come in real quick. I mean, because if it's fourth down, this might be a big call here. Yeah, so fourth and short, Jaydon. As I mean, it's most likely gonna be a run here. As I mean, what kind of looked like is a QB sneak.
Tush push, man. You called it.
Yeah, tush push. Yeah, I mean, with all the with all the chaos, it kind of looked like it might have been fumbled. But yeah, I think it was a tush push, and I think he got the first down, Jaden.
Yeah, he got the first down and great play there. Fourth down, short yardage situation. Just give it to your quarterback on the tush push or QB sneak, and get those yardage. So first down for the Bremen Lions.
Yeah, so Lions will convert on a huge fourth down, and now looks like the QB's gonna keep this one as he goes to the left side and maybe a short game. Oh, it's going to be a touchdown, Jaden, as the QB keeper works out for them. I mean, so the entire drive has been all runs by the running back, and finally QB gets the ball and just gets a good run to the left side and gets it in.
Yeah, and Dusty, that's a perfect example of a team just play over. You expect that same play, but then you fake him out and you get a quarterback run to the left side and it's into the end zone for a touchdown. Great job there by Bremen. Extra point pending. It's gonna be a tie game, man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So a huge extra point here for the Lions to try and knock this one up. And there's going to be, Jaden, you both saw that one as a movement there on the left side. I believe an offsides, an encroachment there by the Falcons. And, that doesn't necessarily really change much, here on the PAT. But, it moves too closer.
Yeah. So
probably half the distance to the goal.
Yeah, and in the NFL, they some teams they think of going for the 2-point conversion as you get closer. What do you do here, Jaden?
Analytics will tell you to kick the field goal here, kick the extra point, but some people say
yeah, it looks like they're going for it. So yeah, it's gonna run up the middle, try to get the 2-point conversion, and it looks. It sounds like they're in.
Yeah.
So the penalty does cost the Falcons, and just like that, the Lions take the lead here in the second half.
Just, fantastic drive by Bremen. We've been wanting to see them piece together a full, complete offensive drive, and they were able to get by Dustin. And now we got a 15-14 game here for the Bremen Lions at home. So, see, can the Falcons answer?
Yeah, just a huge turn of events here for the Lions as they were able to get that fourth down. Jaden, it was a 4th and 1, able to convert that, and then not only that, able to convert the 2-point conversion after a critical flag there by the Falcons.
Yeah, and there was a huge conversion there, and those are tough to do. Even at the high school level, you see at the NFL level, they're hard to convert, but even at this level, and they were able to do so and take the lead here. So now it's on Coach Begunia's former team to see if they can answer back as they get the kickoff here.
Yeah, so, again, the Lions, they take the lead here in the latter half of the third quarter. I believe the third quarter, about to end here in Bremen, and the Lions will take the lead 15-14 as they get ready to kick it off. Yeah, about 2 minutes left here in the third quarter as the return here by the Falcons, and they'll bring it out to about the 20-yard line as they try to retake
the kick return.
Yeah, so now I want to see if you're the Falcons, don't panic. You're down by a point, but keep doing what you've been doing all night on offense. Implement the game, use his legs, get the ball to your receivers. The key is not to panic if you're the Falcons here. Plenty of time.
Yeah, plenty of time as Still a whole nother quarter to play after this third quarter ends. And so now it's going to be a handoff there to the left side. And it's going to be a really good pickup here near first down yardage. And I think you can call it about maybe a gain of 9.
Anthony McWigan on the carry.
Yeah, just a jet sweep there for the Falcons offense and gains 9 yards. That's what you like to see on plays like that. You get your receivers involved in the running game and stretch the defense laterally, stretch them there. And that's what the Falcons are able to do here. So 3rd and 3, short yardage situation. We'll see what they do here.
Yeah, by our scoreboard, it's going to be a gain of 7 there. So 2nd and 3, a pass there to the right side. Going to be met immediately by the defender, able to take him down. But it looks like
rough pass complete to 19 Austin Pranger.
Yeah, I mean, looks like it might have been for gain of 2, Jaydon.
He's short of the line.
Yeah, you got a gain of 2 yards.
Down.
So yeah, 3rd and 1 here, Dusty. 3rd and 1.
Yeah, so 3rd and 1 as we wind down this third quarter. Under a minute left to go here in the third, here in Bremen, Indiana, as the Falcons look to retake the lead. It's going to be a QB keeper here to the right side. A good gain there for Rust as he's able to get the first down.
Russ, man, I mean, what did I say? I mean, this guy use his legs. He's very talented running the football as well as throwing it. So I expect more of that here as we wind down this game, Dusty. I mean, this is a guy, you get the football in his hands, he's very dangerous.
Yeah, Archer Russ has been doing it all night. He's been a really core part of this Falcons offense and able to get a huge first down there. So broadcast kind of skipped a little bit there. But, yeah, I mean, by the looks of it, it might have been a gain of a couple. As that will bring up, let's say like a 2nd and 7 looks like.
Yeah, 2nd and 7. So if you're the Falcons here, you're moving the football on the ground pretty well. You're spreading it to your receivers out wide. Just again stretching this. Out the middle, right? That'll open up those run lanes, and it seems like that's what they're trying to do here. So,
yeah, as the third quarter winds down, that will be as we will have 1 quarter left. It's a 15-14 ball game. The Bremen Lions on top, as we will be right back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Play It Again Sports in Merrillville is your one-stop shop for athletic gear. They buy and sell gently used equipment, helping young athletes and saving you money. Bring in your unused gear for cash or shop their selection of top-notch gear at affordable prices. From beginners to pros, they have everything you need to dominate your game. Visit 1876 East 80th Avenue or call 219-500-4327 to experience the game-changing difference.
Back to the action here, folks. And
26.
The quick timeout there as we are back with the fourth quarter. And, I think that was a run there, Jaydon, but it's going to be another big third down here for the Falcons.
Indeed it is, and we will see what Archer Russ and the offense has lined up here as you got stacked receivers to the right-hand side and to the left. Pass.
Yeah, so Archer Russ unloads it to the right side, trying to haul that one in, but unable to do it. So that one will fall incomplete, and that will bring up fourth down.
Yep, fourth down here, and do the Falcons go for it here, or are they going to punt the football away?
Yeah, so at about midfield, I mean, it kind of looks like the offense is going to stay out there. I mean, can't really
Got an
tell, but
injured player.
we're going to have an injury timeout. Okay, so an injured player on the field. As think will be helped off the field. I think so. I'm not really sure. But we will resume play, and yeah, Jaydon. So I mean, it kind of looks like no, it's gonna be a punt. So I mean, all the fourth downs they go for, they're not gonna go for it here, as they believe in their defense. As this was gonna be punted away, and
Immediately. Yeah.
my goodness, what a hit! Yeah, just met immediately as catches that one, and I mean just catches a defender right in his face.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see out of your punt team coverage. Getting down there and making a play, and you're not letting a return be possible there. And we'll see if this Bremen offense can take advantage here and move the football and add to their lead.
Yeah, so it's gonna be 1st and 10 here for the Lions. It's gonna be a run there to the right side and breaking loose. And it looks like it's gonna be near first down yardage.
Yeah, I think that's first down there. And again, just spread them in like we said. A run ball is going to be the MO for this team. It's been that way from the start of the season, and it's going to continue to be here tonight.
Yeah, so I mean, by the looks of it, by the looks of the chains, looks like that was a first down, and now it's going to be a run up the middle once again, and it looks like it might be near first down yardage once again, maybe, or maybe just say like a 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4. As they line up once again, this one is going to be blown dead, I believe. So,
yeah, look, we had a penalty on the Lions here. Might have been like a false start on offense or a hold.
Yeah, definitely a penalty there as they moved the ball back. As Josh maybe give us a little bit of info there.
It is an offsides there on the Lions.
Okay, so yeah, I mean false start offsides there for the Lions as that's going to be run up the middle. So I mean a big penalty there, Jaydon. It brings up a big third down.
Yeah, and penalties have been very crucial in this game, and you can't have those. And again, offense knows the snap count, so jumping off sides is not. I mean, it's not excusable. You're putting your team in a far more precarious situation by jumping off sides. So now we'll have a third and 4.
Yeah, so 3rd and 4 here for the Lions. 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter as a run there to the right side. Stiff arms a defender and finally brought down, but not before a gain of about 10. And how about that stiff arm, Jaydon?
It was a nice one, man. And who was that? Logan Moser. He's been the bell cow for this Bremen offense tonight, man. He just delivered a crazy Derrick Henry-esque stiff arm there. So, yeah, nice play and first down, man.
Yeah, but we can see as Logan Moser kind
Yeah.
of, yeah, Jaydon, as you saw it yourself, Logan Moser kind of limping off the field there. It looked like it might not be too much, but yeah, he was limping a little bit off the field there, Jaydon.
Yeah, so not a good sign there if you're the Lions, as your main tailback is injured there, but we'll see how they answer back here on this third down.
Yeah,
As
so yeah, Jaden. I mean, and you see that as well. I think insult to injury. Yeah, there you go. Flag on the play, and I think that was a hold. So your tailback gets hurt, and uh, you also get a flag. So this brings up a huge third and down once again, but further back, and it's going to be a drop back there for the Lions, trying to get that one complete to his wide receiver and cannot reel that one in. So that will bring up fourth down.
yeah, and you see the play design there. They're just trying to get Vidauer out there on a little bit of a boot and just getting the football out to the sideline, but unable to haul it in there by the receiver. So fourth down here for the Lions, and what will they do?
Yeah, so now 2 consecutive stops here for both defenses. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a punt. But this is a really good game here in the fourth quarter. 8 minutes to go. It's a 1-point game. 15-14 Lions on top, as that's a beautiful punt, Jaden, and that will pin the Falcons within the 5.
Yeah, it was a nice punt, pin them down into their own territory, and now Archer, Russ, and Co will have to work and grind out these yards here and try to get out their own end zone, so to speak. But
yeah, Jaden, and I think earlier in this game, the Falcons down, and you kind of hope if you're a Falcons fan that was just they wanted to go for it in Lions territory, because if you don't have a kicker here, it might be crucial there in the end, as not really sure what happened there. Video kind of skipped a little bit, but I think it was an incomplete pass, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
yeah, and you wonder if some of those failed fourth down attempts will come back to bite them here at the end, as we have a 15-14 game right now. But we'll see as the Falcons offense looks to get out their own end zone here and get some positive yardage against this Lions.
Yeah, but as I was saying before, if you don't have a kicker and you have a fourth down in Lions territory, that might be big. As 2nd and 10, Russ will drop back. He'll complete it to his wide receiver, and near first down yardage, but it looks like they're going to mark him just short.
Yeah, nice play call there, just a little out route there, and at the able to deliver it just a yard short, but like the play design to get your team out of out of the backyard and getting some more space.
Yeah, so 3rd and 1, and it's going to be a QB keeper. So he fakes the pitch, runs it up the middle, and it looks to be a really good gain here for Rust. And that's going to be a first down here for the Falcons.
We see running quarterbacks all the time in the NFL. You got guys like Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, right? And it's like, these guys are going to get the ball, and you still can't stop it. Archer Russ, same here tonight, man. He has carried the offense on his back with these runs, and Bremen has had no answer.
Yeah, so a first down here for the Falcons as Russ drops back, tries to hit his receiver there on the right side, and that one's going to fall incomplete. So that will bring up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it looks like we might actually. It might be a 3rd and 10, I think, Dusty. If I'm looking at it correctly, I don't know. It might be a 2nd and 10, but still it's a long yardage situation here for Russ and the offense as pass has been a little bit incomplete here, past couple of downs, and
Yeah, so Russ
ooh,
gonna keep this one. I mean, yeah, I think that was an option play as well, Jaydon, but not giving that one up. Just trying to run that one the whole way, and that might have been a mistake.
yeah, and sometimes it's not going to work, and sometimes the defense catches on. And it looks like the Lions caught on there and able to get Russ down in the backfield, hammered him down there in the backfield. So 3rd and long here for the Falcons offense, and critical third down.
Yeah, and I see exactly what you mean, Jaydon. As the 2s and 3s, they kind of look alike with with such quality. But yeah, third down now, and yeah, I think it's a 3rd and 11. And it looks like we're gonna have a timeout here. I think by the Lions.
Yeah, gonna be a timeout.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a timeout. So we'll take a quick break, and we will be right back.
Play It Again Sports in Merrillville is your one-stop shop for athletic gear. They buy and sell gently used equipment, helping young athletes and saving you money. Bring in your unused gear for cash or shop their selection of top-notch gear at affordable prices. From beginners to pros, they have everything you need to dominate your game. Visit 1876 East 80th Avenue or call 219-500-4327 to experience the game-changing difference.
And back to action here.
Yeah, so we're back after that timeout, and we come back to a 3rd and 11 here for the Falcons, as looks like the refs going to have a quick discussion about something. I mean, what do you think this could be, Jaydon?
Yeah, not sure, but the officials definitely discussing something of importance here, and as we've stoppage of play.
Yeah, so we're still gonna have a stoppage of play, and yeah, I'm not really sure. I mean, maybe our trusty wait a second, they're moving the ball back.
Yeah, so
wait, right?
Yeah, it looks like a penalty here on the Falcons, it seems.
Penalties delay game against Bremen. 5-yard penalty.
Oh, a delay of game. I mean, yeah, Jaydon. I mean, it coming out of the timeout, I'm not really sure. If the Falcons, I'm not really sure what happened there.
Yeah, I mean that, and that's no reason you should have a delay of game throughout the timeout, right? You got to get the play call in and figure those things out. So I'm sure the coach is not so happy with that. As Russ is,
yeah, Russ is gonna air it out on. I mean, with the delay of game, I think it was a 3rd and 16. So I mean, that's huge, Jaydon. With about 8 minutes to go left in the 4th quarter, the Falcons do not get on the line in time. They get the delay of game, make it a 4th and much longer, and now they got to punt the ball away.
Yeah, that was huge, man. And you can't have those errors and mistakes. I mean, delay of game cost you in yardage. Now you're giving the ball back to Bremen here, and almost got blocked. But
yeah, nearly blocked on that punt, as that one's gonna die near midfield.
Down by number 19, Austin Prenger. Ball spotted at the Bremen 40-yard line. 1st and 10 line.
Yeah, so the guy about the 40, the Lions 40. And yeah, I mean, just a huge turn of events here for the Lions. As now it's 6 minutes left to go. So, and Jaydon, it's a 1-point game. So, I mean, that drive was crucial here for the Falcons.
Yeah, and they weren't able to do anything with it. So now the Lions have the football, and this is a team that loves to run the ball. So not an ideal situation for John Glenn.
22.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a run there up the right side, but what a hit there by the Falcons defender, and immediately stops. I don't think that was Moser. Yeah, it was the other running back as Moser comes back in the game. And now it brings 2nd and 7, Jaydon.
Yeah, that was a big hit. And, as Mark Jones would say, I mean, got popped like fish grease, man. So, but now we got 2nd and 7 here. Another run by Moser, man.
Yeah, so now it's Moser as he comes back in the game, Jaydon. So, we saw him earlier limp off the field. So, good news there for the Lions as back in the ball game. And it kind of looked like, it wasn't nothing much. He kind of maybe shook it off. And now back in the ball game. And now we have a 3rd and 4. And I mean, I said there's a huge third down there in the third quarter. This one might be the biggest as 3rd and 4 here for the Lions, and they're going past. So it's going to be a fake to the running back, attempting the one-handed catch and not able to bring it in. So with about 4 minutes left to go, I would think that the Lions punt this away.
Well, you could. I mean, but it seems like they're going to keep their offense out on the field here.
Jaydon, as there was a couple substitutions, but not really sure if they brought the punting team on. Not reeling that one-handed grab, and now 4 minutes left to go, and the Falcons have a chance to go down and win this one. As punt will get away, and that one is not going to be fielded, as the Falcons are going to start this drive at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, and they were trying to get, I believe that was Moser. They were trying to get out there out wide on that pass, but he was not able to reel it in there. So, this guy's been a bell cow for both sides of the football. He's on defense right now as well. So we'll see if the Falcons, however, can answer as they were able to get the defense to stop, man.
Yeah, so, Jaydon, I mean, you got to think that this is the ball game right here, right now. I mean, it just doesn't seem like they might get the ball back here as 1st and 10. Russ is going to drop back. He's going to look there to the left side as trying to find a receiver. Still, he'll take off, and he's going to get a good. He's going to gain a good couple yardage there. That will bring up, I think, a 2nd and short.
Yeah, I mean, and the clock's ticking down here, and if you're the Falcons offense, you can take your time and just, I would say, run the football. Keep eating up that time of possession, so you do not give Bremen a chance to get the football back here. And it seems like they're going to do that and implement Archer, Russ, and maybe some quarterback design runs as well.
Yeah, so 2nd and 3, it's going to be a run up the middle, and that will be enough for the first down. But, as I was saying to Jaydon, I think this is probably their last chance to, win this ball game as, of course, 15-14, 1-point ball game we have here. And, this looks like it's going to be the last chance here for the Falcons.
Yeah, man, it appears to be that way, and if they don't score on this drive, it's gonna be over. So they're gonna have to find a way to get downfield, and keep that Bremen offense on the sideline.
Yeah, so here's Russ to the right side. I think nearly picked off. And that one's going to fall to the turf unharmed. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Russ had a little bit of pressure right there in his face from that Lions defense, so was not able to connect with his receiver there, but brings up a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, so I was thinking that maybe the Falcons could get it back, if they were stopped here. But, the clock is becoming a factor. And so Russ here on 2nd and 10, he out to the right side looking for fighters, and not sure what happened there. But, yeah, it looks like it's going to be incomplete. The defender said. Jaydon, that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. So with about 2 minutes left to go, it's 3rd and 10, and it is go time here for the Falcons.
Yeah, John Glenn has got to convert this. You got to convert this. I mean, this is huge. You have to keep your offense on the field, because you get off the ball right back to the Bremen line offense, and not ideal.
Yeah, so it's a pass there by Russ. It looks like it might be picked off, and it is. So picked off here by the Lions, and the Lions will take over on the turnover.
Wow. Yeah, and that was a great play there by the Lions defender, reading that pass all the way. Russ just launching it downfield and just not able to connect there. And I don't think they had to rush that. I mean, you feel like run game could have worked for them there if you kept running, but they decided to throw the football, and now it's a turnover. So Lions can basically just walk this one in.
Yeah, so not really sure how much time is left, but this is going to be a run up the middle for I believe Moser once again has been the workhorse all night long. And, I mean, they're just going to try to chew up clock here, Jaydon. Maybe we can get Josh in here real quick to see how much time we have left. And it kind of looks like maybe a minute 40, I think. But, yeah, and then I believe, I'm not really sure, how many timeouts the Falcons have left. I think they took a timeout here, but not sure how many they have left.
Play more.
Maybe Josh can get some info for us.
Springer Dental Care, Bremen, and Tadich's TMT. The silver sponsors are Casey's, Downtown Hardware, Forever Images by Melissa Waldron.
Yeah, I think it's going to be about a minute.
Company,
I go here in the fourth.
And the brand sponsors Noah Trueblood, State Farm Insurance Agent, Bourbon Street Pizza, and Summit Manufacturing.
Maybe huge here.
Yeah, and I think about 2 minutes here left in the fourth, and I believe it's second and 5, 2nd and 6 here for the Lions, as it's going to be a run up the middle once again. So, yeah, by the looks of it, looks like it's going to be 3rd and short. And, yeah, another timeout here for the Falcons. So, I mean, when we come out of this timeout, Jaydon, it's going to be a 3rd and short. And, I mean, yeah, it's going to be a huge third down.
Yeah, and you got about says 2 minutes 56 seconds, folks, left in this game. So if you are the Lions, it's key that you pick up this 3rd down and you can basically run the clock out. At this point, keeping possession away from that John Glenn offense would be priority number 1 here for the Lions.
Yes, I think about 2 minutes left here to go. As I think Josh is playing tricks on us. But yeah, about 2 minutes left here to go. It's a 3rd and 1. I mean, there's so much on this play, Jaydon. If they don't get it, do you go for it, try to end this? It's
You have to. You have to.
yeah, Jaydon. It's going to be really huge here as it's another run up the middle, trying to get the first down, and it looks like he's gonna get it.
Ball
Yeah,
flies
not
close
by
to the
much,
40-yard line,
but
and that run is enough for a
Moser
Bremen
will get the
Lion
first down,
first down.
and that's huge.
Yeah, Moser's fired up, man, as he should be. I mean, he has been a huge catalyst for his offensive group out there and able to pick up that huge 3rd down. So,
Yeah, so it's going to be first down here for the Lions, and I think another timeout here for the Falcons. That might be their 3rd and final of the half. And yeah, I mean, with about 2 minutes left, Jaydon, I think it's looking like the Lions want to close this out.
yeah, I mean, you're at the point now where you can run this football to the end of the clock, and just drain as much clock as you can, eat it up, keep that Falcons offense on the sideline will be the priority here for the Bremen Lions here, and just keep no big penalties, no turnovers, no things like that here is what you need.
Yeah, so fresh set of downs here for the Lions, trying to close this one out at home, and I mean it kind of looked like he bobbled it, but not really sure.
He did almost, but
Yeah,
that's
that's what I was looking at. I think maybe bobbled, able to fortunately get that one back, and I mean, Josh, that he just avoided disaster there, Jaydon.
Yeah, that could have been huge if he would have dropped that and fumbled them, but able to maintain possession, 2nd and 5, minute 25 and counting. This is where the Lions want to be. This is a team they love to run the football. This is what they love to do. Perfect situation for them to do so here.
Yeah, so another run here from Moser. He's an so nobody is gonna catch him, and smartly goes down there. I mean, the IQ from Moser to slide down there. I mean, just what a play here by Moser.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very smart play there by Moser. I mean, you want to score, but at the same time, the clock is a factor here. So he slides down and lets that clock keep running so his team can ice the game. I mean, this guy deserves, free pizza from the local pizza joint tonight or something, because he has been huge for this Lions offense, especially in the second half, what he's been able to do for them running the football.
Yeah, so huge pickup there. I mean, yeah, Jaydon. I mean, you scored the touchdown and you allow the Falcons to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it up. Instead, Moser slides down just 200 IQ there to slide down, and I mean, yeah, they're just gonna nail this one out. So the Lions are gonna come out with this win.
Yeah, I mean, this was a hard-fought game between both of these teams, and you had Coach Burguignon now at Bremen, and he was previously the head coach for the Falcons. How must this feel, man? I mean, getting a win against your old team that you were with for 15 years and the guy who used to coach. I mean, come on. Can't get any better than that, Dusty.
Yeah, so the Lions will take this one 15-14 in a barn burner. Moser puts the finishing touches on this one. As you said it, Jaydon, I mean, it doesn't feel much sweeter than that to win against your former team. Yeah, I mean, it's huge here for the Bremen head coach. And, yeah, I mean, just a really good win here tonight by the Lions.
Yeah, I mean, at first it looked like it was going to go the Falcons' way early in the game, right? But then the Lions were able to get some stops on defense, get some turnovers, and in the second half, flip the switch and get that run game really going with Moser, and then they were just able to, make the right plays at the right time. With some games like this, you need to have that happen, and that's what they're able to do to get the win here.
Yeah, so I mean, for Justin Begonia, I mean it's a huge statement when here in Bremen, as once again the Bremen Lions top the John Glenn Falcons 15-14, and just what a game here tonight. As we went back and forth, Jaydon. I think we thought this was going to be a high scoring game, and this one, it ends 15-14.
Yeah, man, a little bit of a defensive slugfest, right? And sometimes those could be just as exciting as high-scoring games. And, I mean, these guys on both teams played their hearts out tonight and were physical, and you saw some good, clean, hard-hitting football, which is what you like to see out of these guys. And, the Lions were able to get the win and move to 4-2 on the season. Falcons dropped to 2-4 and need to regroup for next week. So I think it was an overall great game tonight.
Yeah, so again, the Lions, they take this one at home 15-14, as I've been your play-by-play, Dustin Carrasco, along with my color commentator Jaydon Gay, signing off. So we